Hello there, welcome back to the Chap's Guide. My name is Ash and I am your host on this journey through men's style, self-development and personal grooming. And today I want to talk to you about hobbies as one of my 10 habits that improve your life series. Because as you get older, and I'm sure you're aware of this, the same as I certainly am, as the water flows under the bridge of life, your precious personal time gets increasingly squeezed from all different directions. You may have children that you're looking after. You may have a very time-hungry job. You may have elderly parents you need to keep an eye on. Any number of different things which are all competing for that little part of your time. And your hobbies are one of the first things that people tend to cut off their personal schedules. This precious me time that we love so much becomes a commodity that we feel we can cut away if we need to make up the time in other parts of our lives. Now, the more successful you tend to become in life, the less me time that you tend to get. All of those competing demands are grabbing hold of you and pulling you in different directions, and promotions and advancements in work, whilst they're wonderful, you tend to get increases in salary, increases in responsibility. They are very, very time intensive. And you can't be in two places at once. And the thing which tends to get slashed away is your hobby time. As the old song says, more money, more problems. And this is often an issue when it comes to hobbies. Particularly so because hobbies, they're not really a luxury item. They're quite an essential item because they absolutely help us to get through the difficult parts of our lives. Hobbies are the things that help us to focus on something in the difficult periods of work or other personal challenges that we may be facing. We all need that little light at the end of the tunnel to aim for when we're going through a period of darkness. And hobbies often provide that for us. Now, whether you love fishing, all right, so the little light at the end of your tunnel is that fishing trip at the end of the month with your friends. You're hiring a boat, you're going out fishing for the weekend. It may be just every Friday night you go to the bar with your friends and you watch sport. Now, it's a bit of a weak hobby, I admit, just going to the bar and watching sport, but it's a habit that you undertake which helps you get through the privations of your daily activities. When you've got your nose to the grindstone, working long hours, maybe in unpleasant conditions, having something to focus on to motivate you to get through the hours between now and then is a very important thing. It helps your mental health. It helps you get through the very darkest moments in one's life. Hobbies are the things which help us to achieve that. Now, there is, of course, a much broader payoff to being involved in hobbies, as well as, and let's not forget, they are amazing reducers of stress and givers of balance to one's life, because all work and no play makes Jack a very boring guy. Never forget that. The play is as much an important facet of your life when you're in middle age, or maybe even later, than when you were young. Never forget that, because it's often overlooked. Hobbies also give you a payoff in other ways too. They also provide you with self-development that you perhaps wouldn't be able to get in any other direction of your life. Maybe you're married, maybe you're not, maybe you're working, maybe you're not. But the hobby is another route to your life, another string to your bow, which will give you many different things, a skill that you may not be able to achieve in any other way. They may offer you socializing opportunities. Most certainly, most of them will. Things that really enhance the other facets of your life. I've always thought of life as a bit of a triangle, with work, private life and hobbies being the three facets of that triangle. If one of them is absent, the whole picture of that triangle will collapse. It won't be a great life to be leading. For me, hobbies are so intrinsic, I definitely consider in one of my life essentials. They are not a commodity. They're an absolute necessity. Now, in my own life, I've always tried to pursue some hobbies, as well as, the work and the family and everything else, which makes up that tripartite of my life. And for me, Maybe a decade ago, I decided my hobby would be to get involved in charity activity. So I set up a charity, tiny little charity. It became for me an all-encompassing hobby for about a dozen years. It allowed me to learn skills like money management, staff leadership, a whole host of other things, public speaking skills, things which simply would never have crossed my path in any of the other facets of my life. Yet, because I was doing it as a hobby, I was having fun and learning at the same time. Another really important facet to the hobby world is it's another world entirely of socializing. It allows you normally to encompass people into your life who you would not normally come across. People who may have totally divergent backgrounds. They may be a lot wealthier, a lot less wealthy than you. They may be more educated, less educated. They may live miles away. They may do any number of things different to you. However, you have that shared interest in a hobby which brings you together. It bonds you together in a form of friendship which is born of this shared interest. It's a new socializing network which you would never have encountered before. So choose a hobby which allows you to encounter all these other people, learn new skills, make new friends. It's a really important angle of your life. It can also have considerable lifestyle payoffs. Now for me, as well as doing charity activity, which I don't do much of now, I'm still looking for a new hobby really at the moment. YouTube has filled a bit of a gap for me, but the thing that I used to do has tapered off. So what I do for health and lifestyle, I do a bit of running. I take a bit of exercise. I consider running to be one of my minor hobbies. They don't have to be all life encompassing. You can have many hobbies which are large or small in your life. But for me, running has a number of benefits. It certainly improves my physical health, clearly. As I'm getting older, one needs to keep fit and able, keeps the joints moving, keeps the body active. It keeps my weight under control. It allows me to eat the things that I want to, drink the things I'd like to, but wouldn't if I wasn't taking exercise for fear of my weight becoming out of control. So from that point of view, running is great, but much more than that, it's such a boon to one's mental health. Running allows me to expel my stresses as I'm cleansing my body, as I'm out for a run, sweating, powering through, getting through that run. It is such a strengthening and stretching opportunity for the mind. As well as working at a desk, when I go out for a run, it allows my body to work as well as my mind, and it keeps my mental hygiene in a very good place. Now, if you're watching this video and you're having difficulty identifying the thing in your life which you consider to be a hobby, I want you to stop for a moment and take stock of your life. Is the triangle of your life, are the facets all equal? Are they balancing each other? Or have you invested too much time in one of those facets and your triangle is all out of shape and actually your life is not in balance? If you can't declare what your hobby is easily, what your passion is, what drives you, what gets you through those dark moments in work when things are awful, you're under loads of stress, there's lots of pressure. Don't say it's money. Money should never be a motivating factor to success in life. It's a contributory factor, but if money is the only reason which is pushing you forward in life, you are definitely out of balance. You need to rethink where we are and what our plan is for the future. Think about that. Think about what your life is missing, and if it's a hobby, think about it. See what things give you passion. What would you like to do, and find out how you can achieve that locally. Look on the internet, see what groups are around which match your interests. Maybe revisit something that you did in your younger years, which brought you enormous joy, but you had to walk away from as your life became more busy. Now may be the time to go back and have a renaissance in that field of endeavour which brought you joy in the past. It might bring you joy in the future. It may just save your life. Believe me, the hobby has the power to do that for you. So, I hope you've enjoyed this conversation we've had today on one of my 10 habits that can improve your life. And surely the hobby has to be there up at the top. If you have enjoyed the video, of course, give it a thumbs up. Click the red button if you'd like to subscribe for future videos, and you can practically support the channel by buying me a coffee, and you'll find the instructions on how to buy me a coffee in the show notes below. So until the next time, make sure your triangle of life is equilateral and it is bringing you the joy that you deserve in the life that lies ahead. Until the next time, take care, and I will see you again very soon.